everyone, good day. I am Jezeliza Sinunis Lorong, the focal person of Group 2. Me and my group mates were given a task to interview at least 2 or 3 lit passers who did not go through the 4-year teacher education course. First question is, what difficulties he's experiencing in teaching? For Mr. Eufemio Amparo Jr., who graduated a Master in Business Management, it is indeed a great challenge for him to shift a career from corporate to academic scholar. It is because the nature of his work is quite different, in a such way that in corporate, he masters his own vessel. He knows how to do it properly and guided with trainings, knowledge, and skills that required during his college days. While on the other hand, for Mr. Amparo, teaching is a profession that continues learning, in which he will have to mold someone's mind to become what they can in the near future. For him, Mr. Amparo, the most challenging part is the workloads that he have to deal and handle with it, the paperwork and student concerns. He have to be flexible and make sure that everything is at place. Moving on in second question, does he agree that the 4-year teacher education course is a better preparation for the teaching profession? For him, Mr. Amparo, yes, he agreed, because it will serve as training ground for him to become more efficient and effective educator. Trainings make him more diverse and ready at all times. But for him, being a graduate of any 4-year course is not even a question, for as long as he or we have the qualification and capability to teach. It is the matter of dedications and how we bring ourselves to the table. Lastly, for Mr. Amparo, everything can be learned. It's just need constant trainings and best motivation to be the best educator.
First question that we asked during interviewee was, what are the difficulties you are experiencing in teaching? And according to Ms. Raceline A. Fernandez, a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering graduate and is now working in academia without no proper background or training in teaching. One of her struggles was finding ways to make her classes interesting, since she knows that engineering subjects may tend to bored and is harder for her students. But with the help of her experiences and activities back in college, like reporting, it greatly contributed her skills in public speaking and delivering of instructions, especially in the English language. And she still believed that she could definitely use more training in managing and presiding classes to help gain more confidence, especially being the center of attention for at least 30 people or more for a whole hour or two. And the question number 2 is, do you agree that a 4-year teacher education course is a better preparation for the teaching profession? And she answered yes, that a 4-year teaching education course is a very good preparation for a teaching profession, because this could also help to better prepare students for whatever is to be expected out of the profession in the future. And she also believed that trainings, seminars, workshops could also better hone skills in public speaking, managing classes, etc.
According to our third and last respondent, Mr. Rogelio Caparida, as a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, major in Agricultural Economics at Central Mindanao University, is very difficult between pursuing his degree than teaching in senior high school. He's living in Banlag, Valencia City, Bukidnon, and teaching at San Martin National High School. According to him, he adjusts a lot since he don't have much experience in teaching. He added that in his first year of teaching, he served it as his practice. In this case, he faced difficulties by a teacher in teaching, especially that his profession is very different related to teaching. Unlike us, as a future teachers, we have subjects that will enhance and mold our skills in teaching. He joined an environment far from the field he studied for, and for him, he adjusts a lot to be an educator. Also, he added that making the process of making lesson plans, making documents, preparing himself in the morning to reach in the school, serve and teaching students, also coordinating to other teacher and other tasks, which sometimes uses the most of times of the teachers. It also hard or difficult when a teacher teaches lesson, even if he knows a lot of his topic, but he or she didn't know how to deeply express his thought to the students. According to the opinion of Mr. Caparida, learning the fundamentals of what to teach is wise, but the length of the on-the-job service or practice teaching is not enough since 3 months is just a short time of exposure. He stated that teaching takes time when you will know how to be a good teacher because of teaching as a profession. It really takes time to practice on how expressing yourself to your students. Just like the case of Mr. Caparida, it's very hard for him to teach, especially that teaching is very far to his expertise. He said that if he was given a chance to decide, he will make his training instead of 3 months, he will make it to 1 year so that he will have more exposure to students before he teaches so that it will be easy to him to adjust as a professional teacher. This means that he should have experience in different places with different students so that he will know when he adjusts.
In 1991, the Congressional Commission to Review and Access Philippine Education, EDCOM, came out with the finding that the quality of Philippine education is dealing, and that the teachers are at the heart of the problem. The EDCOM discussed further that teachers were poorly trained, there is a low quality of students enrolled in teaching training, teaching is perceived as a poorly esteemed profession, so it does not attract the best as mandated in the Philippine Constitution, that teaching will train and attract its rightful share of the best available talents through inadequate remuneration and other means of job satisfaction and fulfillment. Article 14, Section 5. What's the action that Philippine government do after the EDCOM report? The EDCOM report in 1991 is indicated the high dropouts rate, especially in rural areas, were a significantly marked, which was probably caused by inadequacy of preparation among the young children. It also revealed the inadequacy of programs and the poor access to special education or SPED brought about by a limited number of special school and SPED center in a country. It shows the quality of Philippine education was continuously declining. This was attributed to two principal reasons. Number one, government was not investing enough in our education system. And second, our education establishment was poorly managed. A more detailed finding was observed by the Philippine Congress regarding the weakness of educational system. First, limited access to education by a large part of population. Second, inadequate investment to the teaching materials and learning resources at primary education institution. Third, lack of curriculum upgrading. Fourth, industry coordination and market focus in the case of both tertiary and techbook institution, which have resulted the job mismatch and poor job placement of the graduates. What action did the Philippine government do after the EDCOM report? The EDCOM recommended more efficiency and more productivity from our both education budget and education establishment. Congress came up with a law creating CHAD whose primary purpose is to regular colleges and university through its program promoting National Center of Excellence. SHED is trying to encourage colleges and universities to develop special niches in certain areas of human knowledge which have direct relevance to society and industry. Philippine government also came up with professionalization of teachers and teaching through the creation of the National Teachers Board under the Regulatory Commission, which is tasked with giving a periodic test as a prerequisite for licensing and certificate of teaching competence, improvement in teachers' welfare and benefits, improvement and strengthening of free service education, the explosion and enrichment of technical vocational education, the strengthening of pre-service teacher and provision of incentives to make the rewards of the teaching commensurate to its importance as a career, professionalization of teachers and teaching with licensure exam and increase in the basic minimum wage of salary, greater access of poor children to all levels of education, the search of new sources of funds including taxes to finance the basic education. Lastly, strengthening graduates' education and research. Thank you.
So, hello everyone, and now I will be read to you the question number 4 and the question for the number 4. And first, read Republic Act 9293, Act amending certain section of Republic Act 7836, and answer the question. And the question is, what provisions in Republic Act 9293 contribute to ensure that a teacher fielded are quality, or that teachers fielded are quality teachers? So first, I will be read to you what is the Republic Act 9293 all about. So Republic Act 9293, or Act, or known as an Act amending certain section of Republic Act number 7836, otherwise known as Philippine Teachers Professionalization Act of 1994. Section 15 of Republic Act number 7836 amended that for teachers in secondary grades, bachelor's in degree education as one of the qualification or its equivalent with a major and minor, or a bachelor's degree in arts and sciences with at least 10 units in professional education, and for teachers of vocational and 2-year technical courses, a bachelor's degree in a field of specialization or its equivalent with at least 18 units of professional education. Section 26, number 7836, professional teachers who have not practiced their profession for the past 5 years shall take at least 12 units of education courses, consisting of at least 6 units of pedagogy and 6 units of content courses, or the equivalent training of the number of hours. Training to be chosen from a list of courses to be provided by the board and the Department of Education before they can be allowed to practice their profession in the country. Those who have failed the licensure examination for the professional teachers with a rating of not lower than 5 passing general average rating shall be eligible as para-teacher upon issuance by the board of 2 years. The para-teachers shall be assigned to the areas where there is a shortage of absence of professional teachers, as identified and provided by the Department of Education and the Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao, or ARMM, Education Department, to the Board for Professional Teachers and to be commissioned. The special permit shall indicate the area of assignment of the para-teacher. A special permit may also be issued by the board to the person who has excelled and gained international recognition and is a widely acknowledged expert in his or her respective field of specialization. So now let us answer the question: what provisions in Republic Act 9293 contribute to ensure that teachers fielded are quality teachers? So in the section 26, registration and exemption. No person shall engage in teaching and or act as a professional teacher as defined in this act, whether in a preschool, elementary, or secondary level, unless the person is a duly registered professional teacher or a holder of a valid certificate of registration and a valid professional license, or a holder of a valid special temporary permit. So in this question, they said that no person or no teacher shall act as a professional teachers, because we all know that a person or a teacher is defined as a professional teacher if that teacher is past the licensure examination and have a certificate holder or a valid permit that she or he is a passer of a licensure examination. So that in that case, we can act as a professional teacher if a person is a licensure examination passers, or that in that time we can say that that person is a professional teacher because he is qualified, because he or she or that teacher is passing the licensure examination.
Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today.
We Group 2 would like to express our deepest appreciation and gratitude to the following. This activity would not have been possible without you. Thank you so much. To Mr. Eufemio Ampero Jr., graduate in Master in Business Management. Thank you to your time, effort, and support to complete this activity. God bless, sir. To Miss Rachel Lynn A. Fernandez, graduate in Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Thank you also to your time, effort, and support to complete this activity. God bless, ma'am. And to Mr. Rogillo Caparita, graduate in BSA major in Agricultural Economics. Thank you to your time, effort, and support to complete this activity. God bless, sir. to us. Group 2 members would also like to thank ourselves for giving such time, effort, and understanding to make this activity possible. Thank you so much. And lastly, to our very kind and amazing instructor, Sir Richie Lauren, thank you very much.